Hello everyone, Joyfulness here, and welcome to the pilot episode of Beyond Cameras with Camerajoint. Like I said, I'm Joyfulness. And today we have in our studio an amazing, a talented filmmaker and cinematographer, Desmond. Hi, Desmond.
Hi, Joyfulness. My name is Desmond, a cinematographer and photographer based in Lagos. Do I have to say the category?
Yes, now.
I have many categories.
Okay.
I do commercials, I do products, I do portraits. I have a studio. Yeah, that's marketing for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you very much for having me on your podcast.
Thank you so much for accepting our call and being our first guest on the show. And we're going to be discussing an amazing topic. It's the topic that I think everybody wants to talk about right now. I saw a podcast about it, and what they were talking about was just amazing. So it's basically about the whole Nikon acquiring Red conversation. Yeah. So basically, what we'll be talking about today is just your perception, what you think about it, and you can drag them if you want. And for our audience here, Desmond shoots with Sony. He's a Sony boy. I don't know why, but for
Sony
obvious reason, he shoots Sony. So my first question is, what was your initial reaction about the acquisition? What were you thinking when you heard about the news, basically?
Okay, so I'm not a Nikon person, to be honest, and not many people use Nikon for videos.
Yeah.
We mostly have a community for photographers who use Nikon, but for videos, the truth is, I don't even want to find out because in my head, there's a stereotype for Nikon users. I'm not sure they started well. So over the years, we just gave them that Nikon is only good for pictures. Nikon is not the best camera. You see a lot of memes on Instagram. They would let Canon guys talk, let Sony guys talk. When it gets to Nikon users, they cut the mic. Exactly. So it's almost like Nikon as a camera or as a brand, they are not even in the conversation. But with this, it's like a wake-up call. So I feel like we bullied them into making a very smart business decision.
But I have a question about that. Don't you think it's just Nigerian community, Canon and Nikon community, I mean? Because, and where did this stereotype start? I mean, Nikon shoots like amazing pictures. Why are they just segregated or something?
Nikon is a very good camera, to be honest. But it is what it is.
No, I need to know what it is that it is.
So I feel like the people that started, like when the internet came, started blowing up, many people used Canon. You know, like when a trend comes out, maybe they will say Canon has mad color science. Sony will come out. Sony came out with 10-bit color. Nikon never really had anything that was on that trend. Except maybe I am not aware, and the photography community, I know a lot of photographers that use Nikon. They use Nikon.
You know a lot of photographers that use Nikon. Nikon.
For pictures.
Interesting. Keep going.
For pictures. But the thing is, even if you use Nikon, you are still not in the conversation. And I know people that have switched from Canon to Canon to Sony, switched from Sony to Canon. But most times, Nikon is not even an option. Yes. And I have people that have switched from Nikon to other brands. So I feel like this decision they made to buy, because Red has been Red as a cinematographer. When I first started, you know, when you start with very small cameras, and there are cameras that in your head, when I get to this peak in my career,
and all of that.
So Red was one of those cameras for me. So now that I know, okay, Nikon just acquired them. Yeah. Of course, when they drop the next thing, I'm like, okay, maybe now I can get the Red, but cheaper.
Because Nikon owns them now and all of that,
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, to my next question here. How do you see this acquisition affecting like camera lens? Like in the sense that what do you think is going to be battered from this acquisition or this merger? What do you think is going to happen? Would you think something
major?
Yeah, like what do you think is going to happen? Thinking about Red's quality and maybe what Nikon bring. What does Nikon bring to the table, though? What are they bringing?
You see that? What do they bring to the table?
That's the question.
Same question.
Like, so what do you
Same
think?
question.
Because I mean, okay, I'm just saying, Red, or they already have what it takes here to shine. So what
Yeah.
is Nikon going to like add when it comes to like camera line wise? Do you understand?
True. So I feel like Nikon is probably not going to add anything to Red. They would only be taking from Red to get better.
Or taking from Red and taking Red's community.
Yes, taking Red's community as well.
And now selling Nikon.
Exactly. So now the market for them is going to expand. Do you get? So I know video guys that they don't even want to try. Like Nikon should not even be an option when it comes to doing videos.
Question.
It should not be an option. But now that we have, imagine they wake up tomorrow and they say they are bringing a Red Komodo and they add Nikon's name somewhere. I will want to try it.
Because of Red, not because of Nikon.
Not because of Nikon. Not because of Nikon.
But we need to still answer the question: what happened to Nikon? Like when you watch movies, old movies. When you watch old movies, they use Nikon in maybe when they want to take pictures of people doing something. They always use Nikon. Nikon was known. Nikon was like gang. So what happened? That's the question.
I feel like they use them as props because other cameras are occupied shooting the film.
Oh God! I mean. That's another angle because you will never see them use Sony in. Well, they would, but why? What happened? Where did they fall off? Like that's the question we need to maybe bring a Nikon shooter and like where did you think Nikon? Where did they fall off? Like what was the fall? Because I mean nobody wants to shoot Nikon. The community of Nikon in Nigeria is like handful. You can count them.
You can count how many people
do you understand? Nobody's transitioning from Nikon or from Canon to Nikon and say, oh, I'm getting my Nikon and all of that. We barely even have like a community to even begin with of Nikon shooters in Nigeria. And I checked online, I saw that Red, they've shot like a lot of movies, even Sony and all of that. But Nikon, nothing.
So like, Sony even recently, I don't know if you heard about the movie, I think The Creator or something.
Yeah.
That's like a benchmark for them. That's the FX3 is a very compact.
Yeah. So nobody.
So that's those are the kind of conversations that Nikon should be trying to get into. And this is the first time that we're probably going to stay in front of a camera and discuss Nikon. Of all cameras.
I think that's the reason why they're even making headlines because of the Red acquisition. Because, I mean, there's nothing to really, really talk about when it comes to Nikon. But a lot of people argue that their lenses are, like, dope. Have you not seen people that shoot? I'm not going to call names of people that shoot Nikon, but you've seen their jobs.
I've seen them.
They do well.
They do very well.
But why have you never thought of shooting videos? There's something in Nikon. Somebody should answer that question. There's something that is wrong with Nikon that will not make you want to say, oh yeah, I want to shoot a movie or shoot something and I'm carrying out my Nikon. It's just like maybe they're not growing.
So I feel like we'll never know where they fell off because, you know, other brands have this innovation about them. They have this growth. Every year they're dropping. We just introduced. This year we just introduced. Yes. And their marketing is there. They have the community. They have everything to push whatever they want to push. Yeah. But I feel like for Nikon, they were just laid back. They were just relaxed.
They're just making their name talk for them and all of that and speak for them. But let's just shade, let's not shade Sony.
Don't shade anybody.
Because I was going to shade Sony, but Sony is like our guy. Because I wanted to say that what really is
Why
Sony?
would you want to shade Sony?
No, but wait, what does Sony really bring in that is different?
Sony brings everything. Sony's my baby.
No, that's the question.
I've been shooting with Sony. I've been shooting with Sony since I started, since I thought about photography.
Wait, you never shot Canon?
No.
You were not part of the creators
Never.
that started with it?
Never. Yes, I started with the Sony A6 300.
And never shot Canon?
No. Never.
No, was it because that was what they taught you?
No. Not like I don't know how to shoot with the Canon.
But
I never bought one for myself.
Okay, ever. So wait, why was still dragging Sony? Off topic.
We're not dragging Sony.
Wait, we have. What is Sony doing differently this year? Like, what is Sony? What are we looking out for? Really, what is in the Sony news? They're not doing anything. Sony is currently surviving on their name as it is.
Which is enough.
How is that enough? Give us innovations. They released their cinematic lines and that was it.
Okay, so what else do you want? These guys.
So what else do you want from Nikon?
Okay, so now you're defending Nikon.
No, I want want to like relate it to Nikon because now you're telling me, oh, Sony has the name. What else? Nikon too has the name.
I feel like
I think the problem is even the community in Nigeria because so many people are even happy for the for this acquisition over like outside Nigeria, and that says a lot about our Nigerian Nikon community because I think it's Nigerian creatives that don't rate Nikon. Nikon is doing very well.
I never said I was not happy.
No, you don't like. It's not like you.
I just don't like Nikon.
What is this? What is wrong with Nikon? Really?
I feel like I'll get dragged at this point.
No, it's the truth. But
You should not drag me in your comment section.
I have a question. Why can't you say with your full chest that, oh, Nikon is doing well? I think they are doing well and they have the name and all of that. Sony too is just there. Sorry, wait, I take that back. Please cut that out. Sony is not just there. But the point I'm trying to make is that Sony is not innovative. I think even all camera brands are terrible right now. Like, they're not doing anything different.
Okay, so what is your definition of being innovative? I think we should start from
like, okay, what is new? What are you dropping this year? What updates are you dropping this year? Maybe I don't just know about it.
So
is there any Sony updates?
The thing is, when they dropped the cinema line, it went viral.
Yeah.
Everybody heard it.
But excuse me, how many people are using it?
I'm using it.
Which rubbish?
That's what's important. I'm using it.
You're not using it cheat.
I'm using it. So, no. So the thing is, even when you go to rental companies, most times when you say you want to rent FX3, it's gone. They don't have it.
I feel like it's still
people are using it. People are renting that shit.
So something happened the other day. We were going to use a Canon camera and a memory card labeled Nikon was put in the camera. You won't believe that the camera didn't come on. So now, using that to ask this question, I mean, there are cameras or there are lenses that are Canon mounted or they are made and they work with red.
Yeah.
So now, what do you think? What do you think is the fate of those lenses? Do you think Nikon will like scrap it out and create? Because notice, those cameras are already in the market.
Yes.
Do you understand? Will it be like when you now try to use a Canon like lens on your red, it will just not work again or something? Do you understand the question?
Yeah, I understand the question. So I don't think they have the power to do that once.
It's not just maybe what's that word they call it? They'll just stop making this one word they call it.
It's already in the market.
Yeah.
You have a lot of red cameras in the market already that work with Canon mounts.
Yeah.
So what I think they will probably do is they can decide that, okay, going forward, we're not going to do that. We're going to switch. Any new red that is coming out would have only Nikon mounts.
But is that not going to take money? Like, let me explain why I said that. The fact that you have to now start making a new you would discontinue. That's the word. You would discontinue an entire. Like, so people that own it or something, like, I don't understand. Is it not just beef? Like, can you just chill?
If they have the money to buy red, they probably have the money to do that.
We are supposed to have that discussion. Yeah. Why do you think
they're not selling as much, but they have the money to buy red?
Do you understand?
I didn't want to say it. Okay. No, wait.
Because
we don't know if they are selling as much, really. We just know that they don't have a community that is as big as Sony and other brands.
Because if you can buy red, why not push the money that you are using to buy red market your brand and push it? Because why would people? Guy, the thing it's deeper than
what we're discussing. Because
do you think? I mean, Nikon can be petty, yeah. Red said like there was a lawsuit against Nikon, like sometimes last year in April, I think, where Red sued Nikon for stealing their patent or something. Yeah. But it was dismissed, yeah. But like you were saying earlier, for you to acquire a brand, it has to be something you've been planning. It's not something you just wake up and say, this
Even
year.
the announcements, I feel like they've been having these discussions back and forth.
So maybe Nikon was just being petty and to show that they have money. Because Red is a US brand and Nikon is like still a Japanese brand. Still on that question, saying that the fact that they might just discontinue. Yeah. Do you think now that there's acquisition of the both brand, Nikon buying Red, do you think there will be more affordable high-end cameras for filmmakers? Let me. Why am I asking that question? Now, take for instance, Nikon is somewhat cheap than Red. So now when they're coming together, are you telling me that, filmmakers can now afford red cameras? You know what it is to get like a red camera and all of that?
I feel like they will not want to cut off that market. Like they will still want to sell their cameras as like very expensive, like with the current prices that they're using.
Yeah.
So I feel like what they'll probably do is, I went blank.
Good for you.
I don't think they'll want to eliminate the market. Like people that buy a lot of with a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think what they will just do is probably change small components like the mount we spoke about.
Yeah.
To make it more compatible to the current Nikon market.
Yeah.
I think the little things is what they will adjust. They will not want to take out the market completely. Like say, let us bring a red Nikon small cinematic camera. I don't think they will go that route.
Yeah, they'll just like maybe because people don't use Nikon to shoot films per se.
Yes.
So maybe what Nikon would do is they'll bring Nikon will bring their lenses and red cinematic, then just bring it together because I don't know any filmmaker that uses a Nikon.
So it's more or less like they bought red. Now they will now invest in lenses.
Yeah.
So that people can use more Nikon lenses. And they will now have a market share that is reasonable. Because in every movie set, you have Nikon lenses everywhere.
Yes.
So I feel like that's the route they will go.
Actually.
I don't think they will say, okay, no more red, we'll discontinue the actual red and start putting... Nah, I don't think they'll go that route.
But don't you think Nikon will they'll pay more attention to Nikon over red in the sense that they'll be working more on lenses and they'll just like maybe leave the cameras red have currently in the market. And just because this acquisition now is just more or less like they are trying to buy red community.
Yeah.
Not because this whole acquisition favors filmmakers.
True.
Over because
it does not really favor photographers.
It does not even really favor photographers at all.
It does not favor photographers.
Because how many photographers like red to shoot pictures? That's mind blowing. So the point I'm trying to make is that don't you think Nikon would pay more attention to their lens development and maybe red? They won't touch anything from red, which is, let's not lie, it's not good really. Because if you are buying red, you're meant to also work on red. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand.
So talk about it.
I understand. Now. Okay, so they would invest in lenses.
Right.
A lot.
But that's Nikon.
Nikon lenses.
But not red. They will not touch. What is there to touch up about red?
No, but the thing is, they may have plans to shake up the market.
In what sense?
Like maybe create a camera that we did not see coming. They can create an FX3.
Okay.
Sony FX3.
Yeah.
Imagine they bring shooting raw from the red. They bring it into a smaller camera.
Okay.
With the mirrorless.
Okay.
Like they may just create something that will trend. Something that will make all filmmakers.
And now that we're even talking about it, now I'm thinking about it. This acquisition we're saying does not favor photographers. What if Nikon comes up with something using red's like ability to create very nice production or something and just bring out something that also works for photographers?
Because the truth is, everything we're saying is based on speculation, based on what we think.
Yeah,
so we don't know what they have in stock.
In store, yeah.
And I feel like they would unveil everything in phases. Like they will start from the small things.
Yes.
And just keep going. Now they have something we can talk about. They did not have anything we can talk about before.
It's true. Nikon
now they have something we can talk about. So if they drop something now, I'll be like, how far? Have you seen? One person will buy it, make a review, the next person. And like that, they may just get the same market share as Sony and Canon. But I feel like they have a personal beef with Canon.
Yeah.
I just feel like they have a personal
and what I think is that they are going to discontinue the ability for you to use a Canon lens on a red camera.
Yes.
And that will slap Canon because these lenses are very, very expensive and they are very it's one of the things they sell the most. To filmmakers because I'm not trying to shade Canon, but Canon does not currently have anything that stands out like the cinematic lines of
That's
Sony.
a shade.
I'm not trying to, but it's the truth. I don't think Canon has anything. Really, think about it.
Yeah.
I think what they have is just the photographers community for now. They do, and they are thinking nothing can move them because they obviously kicked out Nikon. Canon kicked out Nikon. Now Sony is kicking out Canon, do you think, now this one is the side question, do you think whatever is coming up between Nikon and Red can kick out Sony's cinematic line, their cinema lines? Do you think it's possible? Think about it. Don't be biased. I know you should Sony.
That question sounds like a setup.
No, but think it. Red is like crazy or mad when it comes to what they deliver. Like, have you seen some of the movies shot on Red?
Yeah.
Now they're not
Sony
bringing...
is crazy too. Have you seen some of the movies shot on Sony?
Please, because you have the creator or something. No, but seriously, think it. Take like 1 second to just think about it. Don't you think Sony should be worried? Do you think Sony should be worried? Or don't you think? Yes. Think it.
I don't think they should be worried. I feel like they should just have something up their sleeves so that they are not shocked.
Okay.
They should just make plans. They should not be worried because we are loyal. Sony users, we are loyal. That's all I can say.
Says nobody.
Says me.
Oh boy, okay, I'm listening.
So I feel like there's no need to worry. They just have to have something up their sleeves so that whenever Nikon decides to bring all the madness to the market, we're ready.
Because they will.
Yes, because they will. Yes, they will.
Because you can't just buy Red off the market like that, or buy Red and think, oh, they will sit down and still be at the same level. I think at this point, no shade. You know, when you say no shade, you're actually bringing a shade. When you say, no shade, we are bringing a shade. Canon should actually be worried because the future is content creation and everything. Fine, what they are trying to do at Canon, they're trying to make portable something, vloggers this one, content creators kits and everything. But in reality, they are really not doing anything different. No, think it.
I feel like dragging Canon, but
drag them. No, don't drag them. No. But it's not even about dragging. It's just your opinion about Canon.
In my opinion, Canon they are mostly good for pictures.
How many? Well,
they're mostly good for pictures and people that are just starting out.
So professionals don't use Canon.
Nah, not really. Professional photographers, yes.
But professional filmmakers,
guys,
yeah.
Nah, not really. They use mostly maybe Canon lenses on other brands that work well.
Yeah, Canon and their
but
lenses.
But not Canon as a brand to shoot films.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. Canon just doesn't have it.
They don't give the vibe.
Nah, they don't. And you don't want to go to a set where maybe it's the first time you're shooting for that client and you're now testing out with a Canon. Nah.
But it's Canon. Canon is like our friendly brand, the family-friendly brand that everybody grew up with. The 600D, the 1Ds, 60D is still doing well. 6Ds now they are on their R side and everything.
60D.
Yeah, 60D. 60D was like they are starting into like touch screen or something. I don't know. Then they said 6D was like heavy. Like when you up here with on 5D, the 5D. God.
5D Mark, 5D
but you should be Canon now. In all honesty, I'll be honest.
At some points now, when you go to studios, when you're starting out, when you go to studios, when you don't have a camera, when you go to studios, it's Canon you rent.
Actually.
Yeah. So you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You just have to use it.
Let me just say one thing in passing. Not like I don't like Nikon, right? I don't know about him. Because I feel like Nikon still has the best when it comes to colors. Over Sony. Take it to the market. No, don't take it to the market. Take it to the pictures of some of the photographers. Trust me, yes.
I'm not talking about photography. For photography, I can give that to them.
To Nikon? Say it again.
No.
Say it again. For photography, Desmond.
For photography, yes, I can actually give it to them. But for videos, no.
No, I mean, nobody shoots. I've not seen anybody with a video that was shot.
But for pictures, yes. I know some guys that are bad on Instagram.
With Nikon.
They are bad.
Do you understand? Yes. So we've
been
saying...
It doesn't give Nikon credibility or anything.
But they shot with Nikon now. So, now ask the question.
So I said it's the photographer. It does not make Nikon popular in any way.
I said it's photographer, not the camera.
Fuck, they're going to drag me for discussion. They're actually going to drag me.
Answer the question.
It's the photographer, yes.
What?
Not the camera. Not the Nikon camera.
Wow. Yeah. No. See, chill. You said it yourself that you know photographers that are using Nikon. They are bad because they are using Nikon.
Not necessarily. Your edit, how you edit, your workflow.
But is it not from the camera the whole thing comes out from?
Other brands would give you the same thing. It now depends on how you work on it.
Shout out to Tosin Junaid. Have you seen what Tosin Junaid shoots with Nikon?
Shout out to Tosin Junaid. I have seen what he shoots with. I've actually seen what he shoots with it. No. But the thing is, the same camera he's using, if you put it in the hands of another photographer, the delivery would not be the same.
See, I have a question. Or not a question. I have something to say. So you're telling me that if I carry the same camera that was no. When it comes to grand level taking picture with a Nikon, you think I will not shoot well?
If you carry it, no. But if a photographer carries it, yes. So what I'm saying basically is the edit style of the photographer also contributes to the output. So it's not enough to give me raw pictures to work with. Lots are for videos.
Yeah.
My color grade, how I treat the pictures is very important.
But rated over 100. For me, I'll say photographer 30, camera 70. Let's have you.
Let's have it.
Let's have it.
Let's have it.
Yeah, let's have you. Say.
So, in my opinion, I feel like it's photographer.
Don't lie. Don't be biased.
45.
Right now. Ooh.
Yeah. 45. Then the camera can have the rest.
65.
Depending on the camera.
The camera is having 65.
Yeah, depending on the camera. Because there are some people that barely edit. They will just take their pictures. It looks good. They just slap on one and they will just post it.
So it's not the camera. Good. It's not the photographer. It's the camera.
It's the photographer to an extent. Why are we dragging this matter?
Okay, so
why are we flogging it?
No, wait. Question. Now you're a filmmaker, you're a cinematographer, and you've always wanted to shoot with red, right? So now that there's a Nikon red mix or something coming up, do you ever think you can switch? Wait for it. Do you ever think it's something? Let me be like consider to do. Like, do you think it's something you can consider that say, okay, I want to start using a Sony, like sorry, not a Sony, a red.
What would the name sound like?
No, it's going to be a red camera, but maybe with a Nikon something. So do you think it's something you can consider that, okay, something, don't forget, no, we can't forget that you're using a Sony. Like, think about it. See what red is given, right? See what red is given. Let's know, like, so do you think it's something you can ever consider?
Depending on the quality. You know, most times people in, like creatives, when we see trends, we like, we try. If it's good, we go for it. So the thing is, if I see that Canon and Red, whatever they come out, Nikon and Red, whatever they come out with is good, of course I'll try it. But I may not switch, but I'll try it.
You will try it, but you might not switch. But if, like you said, it's what is trending. Because I think your camera is because you saw what someone shot, saying like, I want to recreate something like this. I'm going to get it. What if it's the same with Nikon and Red? What if they come up with something that is even affordable, and then you can, like, I can
sell my Sony and get it.
Do you understand? Wait, what's this? Let's not go back to it. Let's not go back to this beef, because I feel like the beef is just there. It's not even something you want to consider.
Exactly, it's just there.
Like,
it's just there. Okay, what would the name, when you combine Red and Nikon, what do you think the name they will come out with?
I think it's not going to be like a problem. I think it will just be Nikon cinematic line. Yes.
Now you're stealing from Sony.
I am not. I mean, cinematic line is not anybody's name. It's just like, you just see, like, because you can't tell me this acquisition is not going to come with something like massive, like mad. Am I blowing and shit? So you can't just say you don't want to switch, because everybody's doing it. And like I said earlier, Nikon and Red might come out with something that will make you leave your Sony and be like dropping it as is hot. You don't think it's possible?
I think it's possible, but it's still there. I can't say. At the moment, I am a diehard Sony fan. But if I see something that works, why not? I'm open to it.
I mean, so if these guys come out. So last but not the least question.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think this is just to show power, right? I don't know how more else I can say it. Because checking from the rumors and things we should expect, it is majorly like coming off from that lawsuit that happened that was dismissed. And what we're just saying now is that if you have the power or if you have the money to buy Red, why not work on your marketing skills? But
you decided to be petty.
They said to be petty. Because now one of the major things that stood out for me is the fact that N-RAW, Nikon's N-RAW will now become Red RAW. Who started RAW? Red. Right.
Yeah.
Who started RAW? Red. Now, another thing I saw is that there'll be lower prices. Like, they'll come together and create maybe... So, I think Red will now merge with Nikon and take their... I don't know.
Their sensors.
Yeah,
probably
it's just going to be like
take
a
their
mix.
sensors.
Yes.
So now when you shoot on the Nikon, you're getting that raw feel.
Yes, because now they have the power to do, because now they own Red, which is like they're the ones that created RAW to begin with. So at the end of the day, I can't wait for us to see. Like me, I can't wait for what they are coming up with. I'm not excited.
I can't wait.
I won't say I'm excited or anything, because I don't know. For Nikon, it's not like I don't rate Nikon, but I'm like, okay. And another thing, like,
you don't rate them.
Another thing that we're talking about is that they can do something that they will just update. Is this software you guys said? Software.
Yeah, like
that will just make
firmware. Yeah, firmware.
That Sony lenses, not Sony, Canon lenses will not just work with Red anymore, to the point that you just have to buy a Z mount lens. Like, you just have to buy a Nikon lens to be able to use your...
But I also feel like Nikon will start investing more in lenses, so probably change some of the amounts for the Red cameras that are already in the market.
Yeah.
They'll start creating lenses with the Canon mounts.
So it will be Nikon that will own it.
But it will be Nikon, yes.
But there's a lot that goes into it, because for Nikon, there's a way it locks and opens. It's not the same way.
So what I'm saying is, you see the same way the Canon lens behaves.
Yeah.
The way it locks.
Yeah.
They can create probably a line of lenses that have the same behavior, but Nikon.
I mean,
then probably kick out Canon from that market. So now you have to use a Red.
Yes.
With a Nikon.
With a
lens.
Nikon, a Canon lens that looks like a Canon.
Canon will not be in the picture.
Canon will not be in the picture, because I mean, well, like you were saying, like the amount of people or the amount of workers Red have versus compared to what Nikon have. So Nikon has the ability to buy. But my own settlement is, if you can buy Red, why didn't you just, maybe they should not have done buying. It still goes back to the pettiness. You can just like have a collaboration.
They had to buy. Because I think I don't know if this is what caused the lawsuit, but I think it's because they were doing Nikon RAW.
The
Red
N-RAW,
RAW.
yes.
N-RAW. I think that was the issue.
Yes.
So there's no way, you just have to buy them out so that you can continue using your N-RAW. Because if Red wins, does that mean you have to start calling back all the cameras you sent out with N-RAW?
Word. But
so I feel like that's probably why.
But we can never say if they won or lost, was dismissed. Nobody should let it go.
I feel like
don't
they
say
won.
anything. They just dismissed it, and that's it. Like, just dismissed it. At the end of the day, right? The whole thing is that we are waiting to see what they are coming out with. Give us something that will make Sony run for their money. You have the ability now to do it. That's just my own submission. You will do your conclusion. This is my conclusion. This is my closing argument. My closing argument is that, jury, dear judge, everybody, listen, I didn't watch anything love movie, so take it from me like that. I think with this acquisition, Red and Nikon should come with something that will make Sony run, be on their feet. Because coming from a Sony shooter, he's saying that... coming from a Sony shooter, he's saying that he does not think they have the ability to come up with something that will make Sony run. I think the only people that should be afraid, we didn't even mention Fuji at all. In everything we spoke about, we didn't even mention Fuji.
Fuji is a good brand.
Yeah, but
they're not in this conversation.
Fuji is a good brand, but that's where we'll leave it. So that's what my closing argument is going to be. Nikon, you now have Red. You can do anything what you want. You can push out better lines, because nobody rates Nikon when it comes to film, when it comes to video creation and everything. Now you have Red. Give Sony, that's the only thing I care about. Give Sony a run for their money. Because now it is obvious Sony is kicking out Canon from the market when it comes to videos, when it comes to pictures. Now, Nikon, give us something that will make everybody bow to your feet. Say nothing. Why, yeah. So, yes, that's what I want. Desmond, anything to say?
Yeah. So I feel like this acquisition only gives them like endless possibilities. They can play around with a lot of things. Now they have a whole market that they can switch up things, try and pull people from other markets, steal people from Sony.
They are going to do that.
If they can. If they can.
Because they are coming with cheaper stuff. You have to.
I know. Like, if they find a way to like integrate the sensors from the Red to maybe a new camera that's coming out. 100%. I would definitely want to try one out, because shooting raw on a smaller compact camera.
Do you understand?
It's a lot.
Word.
It's actually a lot. So now they have a market they can play with. They have endless possibilities. So I am really looking forward to what they have in store for us.
But you still don't think you want to switch or anything till then, right? Let's not jump. Let's
it's
not
more
put
or less
the
like
cart.
you want me to say, if they do it, I'll switch. No. When I see it and I believe it and I
you
feel it, yes, I can now decide, okay, do I want to switch or not?
Okay, so thanks to everyone that watched or that is watching. Thanks to Desmond for coming and talking about Nikon and Red. Although it was not like Nikon, we know we can see it. So, what do you guys think about this acquisition? Still? Like, I know it's still a lot of people already have what they want to say, but with these rumors that we've been getting about things that might come out and all of that, what do you actually think? Do you think Nikon is going to come up with one badass compact 120 that is going to let Sony run out of the game?
Sony's not running.
Is it even possible to even kick Sony out? It's not even possible. I don't think so. So until next time, I am Joyfulness, and a big shout out to Desmond for coming to on our show today and sitting down. Thanks to everyone that watched, and see you next time. Bye bye or peace out. I don't know.